Wheel of Time, Season 1, Episode 1, Premiere, Leave Taking. A strange noblewoman arrives at a remote mountain village, claiming one of the 5 youths is the reincarnation of the ancient power who once destroyed the world, and will do so again if she's not able to discover which one of them it is. But they all have less time than they think. Here is what you missed in the episode. What up to all my thugs, nerds, freaks, and geeks? You're now rocking with the best of Don Tony Teflon. If you can, please subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. In order to understand this episode, you must understand this. The inhabitants have a creator who created the actual Wheel of Time, a 7-spoke wheel that weaves people's lives together and makes up the fabric of the universe. The wheel spins forever, and time never ends. Eventually, those who have died are reborn again into another age, though they don't remember their previous lives. The true source is the force that moves the wheel, and is made up of 2 parts, a male half and a female half. These 2 parts work together and against each other to move the Wheel of Time. When it first starts, we hear Moraine die, explaining the breaking of the world. Trying to end the war, the dragon, champion general, and 100 other men who could wield the one power tried to lock the Dark One away in the prison. Without the help of their female companions, the men failed. The Dark One tainted the male half of the true source. And this tainting of the true source caused any man who used the one power to go mad. As Moraine explains, they attempted to cage the darkness itself, and they failed. The Dark One is the evil cosmic force that enters this universe. Though he is currently in prison, his fiends and monsters are able to communicate with him and do his bidding. The Ashadai, or the faction of women who have trained to wield the one power, have always remembered the dragon. Now the Ashadai have heard that the dragon himself will be reborn, and Moraine needs to find him or her before the Dark One does. She and Lan, who is a warrior that is bonded to her, and since they are bonded, he is able to feel her emotions. He also has increased stamina and healing ability. They go to a small village of 2 rivers in search of this reborn dragon, but they have no clues other than the person will be coming of age right now. In 2 rivers, Iguan is coming of age. The wisdom of 2 rhythms, Naive, charges with protecting, healing, and advising the people in the village, welcomes Iguan to the woman's circle. As a final test, Naive tells Iguan to trust the river before pushing her over a cliff and into it. At first, Iguan panics. Finally, she surrenders to the river and survives. At her parents' inn, she is celebrated by the village. Ran pouts in the corner, worried that Iguan is avoiding him. His father Tam reminds him that he used to leave baskets of berries for Iguan as a child. A stranger then enters the inn and is told to name himself by Naive. It's Lan or Moraine, and the villagers are clearly unsettled by having Ashadai in their presence. Moraine looks over Matt, Iguan, Ran, and Perrine, but tells Lan she doesn't know which one of them is the person that they need. When Iguan and Ran are left alone to do the dishes at night, things get intimate, and Ran is happy until Iguan mentions that the Wisdom have asked her to be the next apprentice. Wisdoms don't marry or have children, and Ran leaves the inn angry about this prospect. In town, Moraine tries to interrogate Naive, who is suspicious of the Ashadai because the woman who raised Naive and brought her to 2 rivers tried to go to the White Tower, which is the place where the Ashadai trained to learn to channel the one power, and was turned away because of her lower class status. Naive, like the old Wisdom, can listen to the wind. Finding Iguan crying softly on a bridge in town, she asks if she can hear that the wind is trying to say. Both women listen together and agrees its sound is wrong. During the festival, Lan warns Moraine that the Fade and the Trollocs are on their way. As Iguan dances, her partner is stabbed by a Trolloc, and the celebration derails into a bloody, horrible scene, and you can see monsters kill and feast on whatever villages they can get a hold of. Perrine and his wife barricade themselves in their iron forge but are forced to defend themselves when two Trollocs break in. They take down one, and Perrine gets his axe into another and viciously kills it. On an upstroke from the axe, Perrine accidentally slices open his wife, and she dies in front of him. At Tam's and Rand's farm, a Trolloc bursts through the front door, and Tam reveals a heron-marked blade that he's kept under the bed. Also reveals fighting skills that he has never showed his son before. The Trolloc pushes Tam's own sword into him, but Rand kills it and tries to help his father. Iguan is powerless to help, as Nynaeve is then snatched and dragged away by a Trolloc. Moiraine, using the one power, takes out monster after monster, while Lan kills as many as he can get his hands on. Using considerable strength, Moiraine channels the one power to kill the remaining forces of the Trollocs before she collapses. Later, Rand stumbles into town with Tam in the wagon behind him. Moiraine heals him from the Trolloc poison, but she shares her mission with him, Iguan, Mat, and Perrine. Though they think she's mad to think one of them could be the dragon reborn, they agree to leave with her and Lan to protect their home from the incoming Trolloc forces that they can see in the distance. So they head out with Moiraine as she is injured with Trolloc poison oozing through her veins. She cannot use the one power to heal herself. That is how the first episode ends. I will not give any predictions for upcoming episodes because we know that they aired all three when they first dropped. I want to know what you think about these episodes right off the bat. Are you digging the story so far? Do you like the way everything is being portrayed? Do you think the costumes are good? Do you think the music is good? How about the actors? Is it accurate to the book if you're a book reader? And if you're not a book reader, do you need to read the books to understand what's going on? I think it's spoon-fed to you very easily. I like the way that everything is going so far. I will say, when they did grab that chick up and they pulled her away and dragged her off, for some reason they showed those Trollocs eating everybody else, but they didn't show her getting eaten. But you let me know again in the comment section how you feel about this. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and as always, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.